The ultrasound screen pulsed with life, a soft, rhythmic heartbeat echoing through the room. My wife, Emma, lay there smiling faintly, her fingers gripping mine, eyes glossy with something that wasn't joy. I stared at the grainy image on the monitor, my mind a fog of wonder and confusion. Then she said it, softly, like a confession slipping from trembling lips. "It's Michael's baby." The sound sliced through me like cold metal. For a moment I didn't move, didn't breathe. The fluorescent hum of the clinic's light grew deafening. "Michael," I repeated, my voice a hoarse whisper. "As in your ex-Michael?" She nodded, eyes darting away. "He and his wife couldn't conceive. I'm helping them. Helping them." The words hung between us like smoke from a burning room. 2 months earlier, Emma had been restless, distant. Nights spent on the couch reading. Though her phone's glow betrayed her distraction. She said she was tired, overworked, hormonal from fertility treatments. We'd been trying for a child for almost a year, unsuccessfully. I thought maybe she was grieving the empty nursery upstairs. But then the appointments started. "Just checkups," she'd said. "A friend's connecting me with a clinic." A friend. The word had felt harmless then. Now it felt like poison. Back in the present, the doctor excused himself politely, sensing the tension thickening the room. The door clicked shut. I turned to Emma. "You're carrying your ex's baby," I said slowly, each word scraping my throat raw. "Without telling me. Without even asking." Tears welled in her eyes. "It's not like that, Nate. They're desperate." He begged me. "I was just trying to help." "Help?" I snapped, standing up so fast the chair screeched. "By getting pregnant? By keeping it a secret?" She sat up, clutching the thin hospital sheet around her like armor. "You wouldn't have understood," she whispered. "You're right," I said, voice trembling. "I don't understand any of this." The heartbeat still thudded faintly from the machine beside her, mocking me. At home, silence swallowed us. The evening light stretched long across the kitchen floor, the air heavy with something unspoken. I poured a drink, then another, watched her from across the counter as she picked at her nails. Finally I said, "When were you going to tell me?" "I wanted to," she murmured. "After the first trimester. Once it was safe." I laughed bitterly. "Safe. Right. I didn't cheat, Nate." I looked at her. "You didn't." Her chin lifted, fragile but defiant. "It was through IVF. Medical. Clinical. There was nothing romantic." But her eyes gave her away. A flicker, something tender, guilty. Over the following days I couldn't sleep. The house smelled faintly of her lotion. The soft citrus scent that used to calm me now made me nauseous. Every time she touched her stomach, something inside me twisted. I found myself scrolling through old photos. Emma and me at the lake, laughing, her head on my shoulder. Then one photo stood out. A Christmas party 3 years ago. Michael, her ex, standing too close, his hand brushing her back. The same half-smile she wore now whenever she said his name. That's when I realized it wasn't just guilt. It was affection. A week later she was glowing. Literally. Pregnant. Radiant. Full of some secret energy that didn't include me. And every night I could feel her slipping further away. So I did what any man does when he's drowning. I clung to the last thing I could control. The embryos. Ours. I logged into the fertility clinic's portal, our login from our own IVF attempts months before. The screen still showed 3 frozen embryos, labeled Miller/Nate Emma viable. 3 potential futures. 3 versions of us that might have been. I stared at them for a long time, feeling my heartbeat sync with the pulsing cursor. Then I hovered over the option, withdraw/freeze access. And I clicked it, locked it all. Every chance, every dream sealed under my name alone. The next morning, Emma noticed my coldness. "You're scaring me," she said quietly. I met her eyes. "You want to help your ex have a family? Fine. But ours stays frozen." Her face went pale. "Nate, you didn't." "I did," I said. "Until I understand what's really going on." Tears brimmed, but I didn't flinch. Days blurred into a suffocating routine. Her belly grew. My resentment festered. We spoke less and less. But one night, after another round of silence, she finally broke. "He needed me," she said. "After his wife's miscarriage, he called me." He said I was the only person he could trust. Her voice shook. And I couldn't say no. Not after what they'd been through. I thought, maybe this was how I could do something good. Redeem something. Redeem what? I asked softly. She didn't answer. That's when I knew. She wasn't just helping him. She was still in love with him. A storm broke outside that night, rain hammering the windows. I sat on the edge of our bed, watching her sleep, one hand resting protectively over her stomach. I felt something like pity, like grief. And then slowly a strange calm settled over me. Because I finally understood what betrayal really was. It wasn't just infidelity. It was devotion given where it didn't belong. A month later, she came home early from a checkup. Eyes red, hands shaking. They changed the birth plan, she whispered. Michael's wife wants to be in the room when I deliver. I stared at her numb. And you? She hesitated. I said yes. I nodded. Of course you did. She blinked. Nate, please. I stood, walked past her, and opened the freezer compartment of our fridge, the one where we'd taped the clinic's photos of the embryos, our embryos. I tore them down. She gasped. What are you doing? I looked at her. Freezing's over. Then I opened the trash can and dropped the photos inside. The delivery. When she went into labor, I didn't go with her. She didn't ask me to. I spent that night sitting in the nursery. Still empty, walls painted pale blue, untouched since we stopped trying. The crib we built together sat in the corner, collecting dust. Around midnight my phone buzzed. He's here. Healthy. No name. Just that. I turned the phone face down. Weeks passed. She came home thinner, hollow-eyed, like something vital had been scooped out of her. They named him Aaron, she said quietly one evening, sitting across from me at the kitchen table. After my grandfather. I didn't respond. She looked at me, tears welling. You hate me, don't you? I met her gaze. No. I don't hate you, Emma. She exhaled shakily, a flicker of hope crossing her face. I leaned forward. But I'll never forgive you. Her expression shattered. Later that night I walked to the clinic again. Stood before the frosted glass door. My reflection pale and trembling. I held the access card in my hand. 3 embryos. 3 possible lives. I could thaw them, destroy them, or keep them forever frozen. Suspended like the moment before everything broke. I swiped the card. Entered. And as the cold air from the cryogenic vault hit my face, I whispered, some things aren't meant to be born. Then I turned away, leaving our future, like our love, frozen in time.